When it comes to dating, you, as a Sigma, are not interested in the shallow surface-level conversations that often dominate the scene. You're not here for the casual "how's the weather" or "what do you do for work" kinds of exchanges. You crave depth, substance, and the kind of connection that transcends small talk. You're drawn to people who can engage with you on a level that goes beyond the basics, people who share your desire for meaningful, thought-provoking discussions. Now, picture this: you're on a date, the initial awkwardness is fading away, and the conversation begins to flow. You could easily go the route of casual chat, but instead you're looking for something more. You want to peel back the layers, get to know the person sitting across from you on a deeper level, and truly connect. That's the beauty of Sigma dating. It's not about impressing the other person with flashy stories or meaningless jokes. It's about having conversations that matter, conversations that reveal who you really are, and who they are too. So, how do you navigate these deeper conversations? What do you say to make the moment feel real? To move past the superficial and into the meaningful? It all starts with asking the right questions. You don't need to start with grandiose topics, but something as simple as, "What's something you've learned recently that changed the way you see the world?" can spark a deep conversation. This isn't just about asking any random question. It's about asking something that opens the door to someone's worldview, that allows them to share their true thoughts, their beliefs, and their experiences. You're not just trying to know what the other person does for a living or what their favorite food is. You want to know what makes them tick, what their passions are, what they believe in. These kinds of questions reveal far more than surface-level details. They offer insight into the essence of who they are, and that's the kind of connection you're looking for. You can also go deeper into their thoughts on personal growth. For example, asking what's something you've struggled with that made you grow as a person opens up space for vulnerability. It invites them to share something real, something that has shaped them. This isn't just a question, it's an invitation to be open and authentic, to let down the walls and show who they truly are. And when that happens, the connection becomes something far more meaningful. But let's be clear, asking deep questions doesn't mean turning the conversation into an interrogation. It's about balance, knowing when to ask the hard-hitting questions and when to let the conversation flow naturally. As a Sigma, you know the value of being in tune with the energy of the conversation. You're not forcing deep conversations, you're guiding them, allowing the dialogue to evolve naturally. One of the most powerful aspects of Sigma dating is that you're not just focused on what the other person has to say, you're also sharing your own insights, your own thoughts, and your own values. This exchange of ideas and philosophies is what makes the connection so real. You don't need to tell elaborate stories to impress the other person. All you need to do is speak from your heart, share your thoughts in an authentic, unfiltered way, and let the conversation flow. When you do this, you'll find that the other person will respond in kind. They'll feel comfortable opening up, knowing they don't have to perform, that they can just be themselves. In your world, there's no place for pretension, no space for artificial connections. Everything you do in a conversation is a reflection of who you are at your core. And that's what makes Sigma dating so refreshing. You're not playing games, you're not trying to win the approval of the other person. You're just being real, and when you're real, the connection becomes authentic and the attraction follows. Now, let's talk about values. This is a big one for you. As a Sigma, you don't just connect with anyone based on superficial factors. You connect with people who share your values, people who see the world the same way, or at least respect your point of view. It's not just about being attracted to someone physically. It's about connecting on a deeper level, aligning on the things that matter most to you both. Ask questions that tap into shared values, like what kind of legacy do you want to leave behind, or what does success look like to you? These types of questions show that you're interested in the bigger picture, not just the here and now. You're looking for someone who shares your vision of the future, someone who has their own goals, their own sense of purpose, and someone who is driven by the same things that drive you. But let's also be real, deeper conversations are not always easy. They require a level of vulnerability that not everyone is ready for. But as a Sigma, you understand that vulnerability is the key to creating a real connection. It's not about being open all the time. It's about knowing when to be, when you allow yourself to be vulnerable in the right moments. You're giving the other person the opportunity to do the same, and that's where the magic happens. You might find that at times the other person isn't ready for such deep conversations, or they might shy away from being vulnerable. That's okay, you don't force them. Instead, you continue to be authentic, to engage in meaningful dialogue and let things unfold at their own pace. At the end of the day, you know that a true connection can't be rushed. It takes time to build, and the best relationships are the ones that grow organically. over time through shared experiences and deep conversations. So, what makes Sigma dating so unique? It's the depth, the authenticity, and the genuine desire for meaningful connections. It's about finding someone who gets you, who understands what you're about, and who's willing to connect on a level that goes beyond small talk. As you continue your journey in the dating world, remember that the conversations you have are just as important as the person you're talking to. Focus on depth, authenticity, and meaningful exchanges, and you'll attract the right kind of person into your life. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, because you will learn tons of information in the next video.